Alright, this is going to be the first stop with Seth Rogens impersonator going bourbon hunting over here at Costco. This is one of 3 locations I'm stopping at today to go bourbon hunting. Going over to the Altamonte Springs location over here in Central Florida, and also the Millennium Mall location over in Orlando, Florida as well. Let the hunting begin. Forget about it. Wow! Alright, so just got inside of the Costco here over at Clermont, Florida. They do have something they just got in here. It's nothing extremely rare, but let's go over what they have. As you walk into the Costco, you're greeted with the old-fashioned classic cocktail here, coming in at $17.99. Let's start up here. We got our 1792 small batch. We have our Jack Daniel's 1 liter bottles. Now, rumor has it, because of the tariffs that are being put into place, it may influence our bourbon. Who knows? The prices of bourbon may be influenced. Heaven Hill bought in a bottle and bond. I'm a buyer with that when it's about $40. $45 is also a really good price, but I'm a big fan when it goes on sale for $39.99. We also have our Jim Beam, buy 2 bottles, and then you get to save $8. We have our Travelers, which no one seems to really enjoy because I don't see any bottles move over here, not even for $34. And then we have our Elijah Craig small batch. From here we got our Basil Hayden into our Angel's Envy. And then we also have our Maker's Mark, the big bottles over here, 1.75. Into our Four Roses single barrel, and then also our Four Roses small batch. And then we got our Four Roses giant bottles over here. Graduate into our new Riff single barrel, coming in at 45 beans. We have Blade and Bow coming in at 40 beans. And they also have Woodford Reserve. These are the big boy bottles over here. We've got our Knob Creek. This will be our single barrel reserve here. We have our Bullet Bourbon and also our Bullet Rye. And then we have our Woodford Reserve Double Oak, which is a winner all day in my book. And then also we have our Widow Jane 10-year here, coming in for 70 beans. In their glass case, they've got the Woodford Reserve Masters Collection here, coming in at 130 beans. They got plenty of bottles, 119.5 proof. We also have the Willet Pot Still over here, 2 per member they're saying. And then all the way over here we've got our Jack Daniel's Sinatra. This is the cheapest I've seen it, for $149.99. And then they also have the Woodford Reserve Baccarat over here, for those of you with deep pockets. Alright, this is stop number 2. This is the Costco over at Altamonte Springs. Seth Rogens double, going for another bourbon hunt. Let's see if there's anything good in here. The last stop at Clermont, they just had that Woodford Reserve Masters Collection. Let's go check it out. So basically they had a lot of the same stuff here over at the Altamonte Springs location.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So next we're gonna go over to the Costco in Orlando, over by the tourist attractions. Hoping they have a little bigger selection. I do believe that Costco liquor store will be the smallest one of the 3. Alright, here we are at the final and 3rd stop for this video. This is going to be the Costco in Orlando, number 3. This is right by the Millennium Mall and right by Universal Studios. Let's see if they got some goodies here. This is probably the smallest liquor store out of the 3 locations here in Central Florida. Okay, they do have one thing here the other 2 locations didn't have. It is a whiskey, not necessarily a bourbon, but I'll show you that after I show you the rest of the stuff, which is basically all the same stuff they have at the other 2 locations. So over here we got the 1792, real fast. We've got our Basil Hayden's and the Four Roses. We got our Bullet Bourbon and the Rye. We've got the Angel's Envy over here, and the New Riff single barrel. We also have some Maker's Mark over here as well, the big boy bottles and the big bottles of Woodford Reserve. Jack Daniels, the Woodford Double Oak. And then the one thing they do have here that the other location did not have is they have this Yamazaki 12 here. There you go. They still have the Jack Daniels Sinatra. And they only got 3 bottles of the Woodford Reserve Masters Collection. Alright, so today was a complete strikeout over at the Costcos. Seth Rogens double strikes out. But I have plenty of other scores I did make while I went hunting. So, from this time till next time to maybe tomorrow, I can't wait to debut some Costco grand openings coming up here in the next month and a half. Hope it gives you something to look forward to. Forget about it. Bada bing, bada boom. Seth Rogens double out.